Yeah. So I wanted to step in and just say hey to you. I've received some of your emails that have been from people who listen to the podcast who've been speaking about how I have mentioned a lot of things astrologically that have taken place and that are taking place. And I have gotten so many questions that it's very interesting to me. And I feel very, very like in awe of all the people who've been paying attention and really going back and listening to the intricate details of a lot of these episodes. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of astrology on here because I do that for my podcast, but I want you guys to know that whether you believe in astrology or not, astrology is not a belief system. It is just what it is. It's science. But astrology and astronomy is a very, very good way to assist with putting the pieces together when it comes to understanding what is happening right now. We have some major, major, major things occurring in an astrological way. We are now entering into an age of what we call in astrology, and we're leaving the age of Aquarius and the age of Pisces, and we're entering into the age of Aquarius and going out of a very different time frame. We are entering into a place where it is all about unity. It's all about collective building. How can we make everything fair and everything work for everyone involved? It is not going to be easy for people who are used to operating out of selfishness, who are operating out of greed, who are very self-absorbed, people who only fake camaraderie and people who only pretend to care about humanity. This is going to be a very difficult time for you because that's not the element that you are accustomed to. So that is why people are really, really fearful, because we operate out of a state of being in control. When you have control, you have power. When you have influence, you have power. When you have money, you have power. When you are popular, you have power. And we are now in a place where none of that matters. Doesn't matter how much money you have, doesn't matter what your notoriety is, doesn't matter who you know, doesn't matter where you frequent, because anybody can get it. This is the energy that's around. It's like none of that matters. We're all equally being put on an accord of fear because you don't know what to expect. And anytime you operate out of fear, it is because you are losing control. Now, I'm not saying that having fear is a bad thing, because fear is a natural emotion. It is the suppression of fear that causes this panic, and it causes this moment of disillusion. Almost, it's like you're so irrational with your thoughts, and your panic buying, and your panic, going into this panic because emotionally you don't know how to take in the fact that you don't have control. Anytime you can't contain something, it makes you feel like you have lost a sense of power. And so this is an opportunity for you to be still. And in a society where we have popularized busy. We have put busy on the map. That's where you're supposed to be. That's what you're supposed to do. That is how you are seen. If you are successful, you must be busy. And so now God is saying, no, I need you to be still. And if you're not going to be still, I'm going to force stillness upon you. And that is a very scary place to be for a lot of people, because they are not accustomed to isolation. They are accustomed to always being on the go, always being around people, socializing, because that is where their identity has been formed. Well, now you're entering in a space where things are shifting, things are changing, and you are having to really sit with your identity of self and really, really pick apart the pieces all the way down to the core. And that is uncomfortable. That is not easy. That is not something that everybody will sign up for, because it can definitely trigger loneliness. It can definitely trigger depression. It can definitely trigger sadness. It can definitely put you in a place where you're feeling vulnerable and extra exposed, and in some cases it can make you feel unseen because you're not in front of a camera, you're not in front of a crowd, you're not being idolized, you're not being constantly pumped up to be an influencer. Like right now, that's not the goal. That's not No one is inspired by that. And so we are in a space where people are forced into really, truly evolving, but you can't do that on a surface level. So right now we're in a space where we're having to sit still. The world is on pause because there has been so much destruction and so much chaos and so much destruction done on a soul level that it has destroyed humanity. And so now we're in a space where we're having to recreate um, with the ruins that we've created. So it's very difficult, but this is a time for you to sit with yourself and all of the rest that you've been asking for, all of the time you've been asking for so that you can spend more time with your children, and how the public schools have been failing your kids. So now this is a time to take time with your kids and teach them and create boundaries and create structure and really create those relationships and develop better relationships, cut off relationships. We are ending cycles. We are ending and closing off chapters of our life. We're deciding what career paths work for us. We're deciding if we want to proceed the way that we've been, operating in life. We are making massive changes that do not require an audience. Right now, the changes that we are making are on a soul level. It is not just about a virus. It is about a transformation that has been in the making, that has been needed, that is being put in action so that we can really cultivate a new life for ourselves. Period. Inside out. On a soul level. And so you're going to feel very exposed. You're going to feel very emotional. You're going to feel isolated, and that's going to feel very uncomfortable. But it's needed, it's necessary, and it's all a part of the process. No matter what happens when it comes to government, when it comes to, everything is going to work itself out the way it's supposed to. Because again, humans are not in control. God is in control, and He is definitely lining things up the way that it should. So be patient. Do what it is that you need to do to protect yourself, to protect your family, as well as create a better structure for your family. Get yourself prepared for whatever is coming next. Build up your immune system, mind your business, continue to pour light into your home, do some healing, do some recovery, and really do the work that you have been pretending to do all this time, because this is the opportunity. This is the pause that you've been needing so that you can reevaluate, replenish, and repair the different parts of yourself that you're needing to. This isn't about any type of gimmick. This isn't about any conspiracy theories. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter, because right now this is the time that you're needing so that you can work on yourself. You can rebuild your families. You can bond with your families and create your own. Period. Okay, so I'm wishing you guys a whole bunch of love, light, and I hope that you are being gentle with yourself. I hope that you are being patient with yourself and trying to see the silver lining in the midst of the chaos. Disconnect from the media, disconnect from any source that is not really giving accurate, informative information, and also detach yourself from the noise. This is supposed to be a moment of solitude for a reason, so that we can connect with ourselves and those that matter the most. Right now, our health in all facets is most important. Our families, protecting them, keeping them safe and healthy is the number one priority. Everything else will work itself out. Do what you can do, recognize what you don't have control over, and move forward. Okay? I love you guys. I love your freaking souls. I am going to check in with you guys sometime this week. You can continue to tune into the Daily Dose of Energy. I will definitely be posting a new episode on tomorrow. So I love you guys. Bye.